We are far more okay with allowing kids to play killing video games than we are with letting them see nudity.
Everything smells at least a little bit like nose.
We all want to be remembered after we die. But the chance that any of us will be remembered in 1,000 years is practically zero.
A female drug lord is a drug lady.
1970 and 2023 are as far apart as 1970 and 1917.
They tell you to be the early bird, but there's also wisdom in being the late worm.
Despite how far we've come, we still don't have good menton.
Surely it must be some sort of perjury to lie about your weight during your booking.
You have never seen your own face. You have only seen reflections or pictures of it.
There are legions of Harry Potter fans who know more about the history of Hogwarts than Ron Weasley does.
One reason Northerners are more hurried than people in the South is BC, it's cold instead of hot.
Meat is a terrible choice of material to be made out of.
Movies have taught us that anything can be solved by working it out on a big whiteboard.
In plumbing, nipples are exclusively male things.
It's amazing that while we cannot agree on whether to use inches or cm, every credit card around the world is exactly the same size.
Water can burn you to death, freeze you to death, SND drown you, but you need it to live.
It's the year 2030. Homeless people are taking contactless payments instead of spare change.
Sourdough is the IPA of the bread world.
Going to the moon is the greatest weight loss program humanity has access to.
Now for a quick break. Stay tuned for more shower thoughts. Posting a picture of a fish you caught is public shaming and internet bullying from the fish's perspective.
Spiders aren't the only animals that build webs.
Pets and plants have more impact on mental health globally than psychologists and health professionals ever will.
It takes a village to raise an idiot.
Pokemon is about brainwashing animals to beat up other animals until they pass out or submits to your will for brainwashing.
Kids in Star Trek must think about how horrible it was to have to cook your food instead of the replicator producing it. I'm Montgomery Jones.
And I'm Amalia Dupre. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back tomorrow with more mind-bending shower thoughts. Goodbye for now. If you liked this podcast, check out our other podcast, Daily Facts. This podcast gives you interesting tidbits of information to impress your friends, family, and colleagues with. So get smarter in less than 10 minutes a day. Just search for Daily Facts in your podcast app or check the show notes page for the link. This podcast was produced by Klassic Studios. Please see the show notes page for source credits.